Hey everyone, so I just recently did a poll on Twitter asking you guys what you wanted my next video to be, and pretty overwhelmingly, like the entire time, and I'm pretty sure up until now, it has been the tattoo video. You guys really want the tattoo video, and so I'm giving it to you guys now. It's actually here, and I'm going to talk about my first tattoo. So basically, this was kind of a spur of the moment sort of thing, and I didn't really think that I was actually going to get one, but then I did. And for a while I had always wanted one, for years. I just didn't really know what I wanted. And then recently, like in the past, I would say year or 2 years, I've actually been wanting something that was kind of representative of my love for Hamlet. And so I've just been like kind of brainstorming ideas for what I wanted and kind of going through Pinterest and, really looking at the play and figuring out what I wanted to say with this tattoo, what I wanted it to mean to myself, all these things, and I wanted it to be meaningful to me. And I think it's fine if your tattoo doesn't really have a huge meaning to it. There are definitely a lot of tattoos that I want that have like literally no meaning, nothing to it, it's just a tattoo, and I think that's totally fine as well. I have like no issue with that, but for me, I really wanted my first tattoo to like have this meaning to me that I'm like, okay, this is my tattoo, this is what I'm about, this is what I like, and yeah. So that's why I decided on getting a violet, and that is one of the flowers that Ophelia gives away in one of her very last scenes in the play Hamlet. So basically here it is. Here's my tattoo. I got it on my left forearm. That's where I decided to have it. I had her place it in a few different places, and I really liked it right here. I thought that was really pretty. I'd always wanted something floral on my arm. I might get another flower at some point because I think that'd be kind of cool. I'd also like to get the other flowers that Ophelia gives out, but this is the one where I was like, okay. I was going to do a few different ones, like a pansy I was thinking of as well, but then I got down to violet, and those are the flowers that she says withered when her father died. And that really stuck with me for some reason, and I just felt like that's the flower that I need to get. So basically, violets stand for trust and fidelity, and that is what withered away when her father died. And I thought that that was just so powerful, and I think that that's just such a great metaphor for what happens in the play, where Hamlet is the one that kills her father, and with her father's death, her trust and fidelity to Hamlet is dead. And I love that metaphor and that meaning, and so I just had to get a very simple, pretty violet on my hand. I didn't want anything super detailed or colored in. I don't really like color tattoos. I like tattoos on other people with a lot of detail, but for me, I just don't feel like that's kind of my style. I really want very simple, pretty tattoos that are just kind of delicate, that aren't super like in your face screaming, I wanted something that was just kind of going to be really casual and kind of cute and very simplistic and timeless. So that's why I decided on this kind of style for my tattoo. Super simple, super timeless, super plain. It's great. It works for my style because I feel like my style changes a lot. Sometimes I'll go through phases of being super girly, sometimes I'll be going through phases of being more masculine, and so I'm like, you know what, I want something that's going to be kind of in the middle ground, very neutral, and I think this really works for it. Also, Ophelia is my favorite character. I absolutely love her. She is the best. She is just my absolute favorite, and yeah, you guys know how much I love Hamlet. You guys know how much I love Ophelia. They're my faves. I love it. So basically, before I even went to go get the tattoo, I was kind of nervous about how much it was going to cost, and that is always like my main focus, is how much is this going to cost. And I was talking to my friend, and she thought that it might cost upwards of $200, and I'm like, that is not in my price range. I am not going to spend $200 on like this tiny little flower that's on my arm. I get that it's like a huge like artistry thing, I totally get it, but I'm like, I'm not spending $200. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna ask them how much it is, and if it's like $200, I'm gonna say no thank you and leave. And so basically I went in and I asked the tattoo artist that greeted me, and I was like, so how much do you think this would be to get done? And he said around $100, and I'm like, perfect. I'm like, that is exactly the price range that I was looking for. I was like, I was not going to go over $120, $130. I was not going to go over that. So I'm like, thank you for being $100. So I got this done, and the lady that did it for me was super wonderful, very friendly, very calming. I loved her. She was great, and she's very, very talented. She did such a good job on my tattoo. Like, it's honestly exactly how I wanted it, and I just think it's gorgeous. And she was just so sweet, so nice. I think I tipped her about $20. I don't really know what like the etiquette for tipping tattoo artists is, and I don't really know how much you're supposed to tip them, so I was just like $20 because that's all I had in cash. So I'm like, here's your 20. And so that was really cool. She was very grateful, and I love the way that this turned out. I feel like on the pain scale of like 1 to 10, this was definitely around a 5. It was very, very mild. It might have even been a 4. Like, there was really no pain. It was just a lot of scratching. There was no time when I couldn't talk. I was just like talking and like, well, whatever. Like, it didn't really feel much different. It was kind of like getting an ear piercing for me. I love getting my ears pierced. I have 2 piercings, and I've had these piercings done multiple times because I just kind of let them close up and then I get them redone. So I've had quite a few ear piercings, but it's kind of a same thing in this sort of area. I could see how other parts of your body would definitely be more painful than this, but I think this is kind of like the least painful place on your body that you could get a tattoo, except for maybe somewhere on your leg maybe might be less painful. I'm not sure. I really don't know these kind of things. I'm very, very new to tattoos. Obviously, this is my first one. So on the pain scale, I would definitely say about a 4 or 5. It's not that bad. I could definitely talk through it. I could sit through it. I didn't have to take any breaks. And I loved it. It was so much fun. I think it took maybe, I want to say 10 minutes, maybe 15. It was very, very short, very quick. I was basically in and out. I actually got there right when they opened. So I think they opened at around noon. And I think that's when we got in there because my friend Emma, it was her birthday, and she had an appointment at 1. So I got in there at 12, left at about maybe 12:30, 12:45. We got to her appointment. It was all good. So that was a lot of fun. I had such a blast getting to go and do this, and I love that there's no one around. So I think when I get my tattoos in the future, I definitely want to go right when they open so there's not that many people around, which is really nice. It definitely calmed me because there wasn't a bunch of like hustle and bustle, which is nice. And so I had such a good time. I'm like, I love my tattoos so much. Every time I look at it, I get so happy and I get so emotional, and I love it so much. I've not regretted it at all. It healed really, really nicely, which is nice. It like literally just healed a few days ago, which is like healed fully. There's no like peeling or scabbing or anything. I didn't react badly to the ink or anything like that. So that's really good. I think I went to a really good tattoo parlor, and it was in town, so that was really nice, and they were just wonderful people. So yeah, I had a really good first experience with my tattoo. There are definitely a lot of tattoos that I want to get. I want to get I want to get a book somewhere on my arm, like an open book sort of thing. I also want to get like maybe some more Hamlet tattoos. I think that'd be really cool. One of my favorite lines in Hamlet is accept my life, accept my life, accept my life. And I want to get like the act, scene, and line number of that like in Roman numerals somewhere on my arm as well. Most of the tattoos I want to get are on my arm. I don't know why. Mostly my forearms I just want to get tatted up. I don't know why. But I also want to get like a Star Wars tattoo, and I have my eye on one of them, and I think I'm gonna get it at some point, so hopefully I get that. And yeah, I think there's just like a few little small tattoos that I want to get. I really just don't want to get any on my legs or anything. That's not my style. Definitely gonna stick to my arms. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am so excited to have gotten to make this and to actually have a tattoo to show off. And if you guys have any more questions about my tattoo or my experience, then you can go ahead and leave them down in the comments down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!